The truth about hantavirus, symptoms, transmission, and global risks. Did you know that simply breathing in the dust while cleaning an old shed or attic could expose you to a hidden virus with a massive 50% fatality rate? Carried by wild rodents, hantavirus starts like a common flu before suddenly attacking your lungs and causing rapid, life-threatening respiratory failure. While it strikes different parts of the world in completely different ways, one rare South American strain has even found a way to spread directly from human to human. With no vaccine and no cure available, surviving this threat depends entirely on recognizing the warning signs before it's too late. And here is exactly what you need to look out for. Today, we're breaking down how it spreads, what to watch out for, and the latest global data you need to know. Before we get started, subscribe to ensure you're always up to date on the latest medical and wellness information. First things first, how do humans actually catch a hantavirus? It all traces back to wild, sylvatic rodents. The virus is shed in their urine, feces, and saliva. You don't even have to be bitten to get sick. The most common route of infection is breathing in microscopic airborne particles when contaminated surfaces are disturbed. This is why human cases frequently peak during routine activities in heavily infested areas, like clearing out an old barn, cleaning a dusty attic, or working in fields, forests, and farms. Because of this, people living or working in rural settings face the highest risk. Once exposed, the virus plays a waiting game. Symptoms typically appear between 1 and 6 weeks later, though they can surface as early as 1 week or as late as 2 months. Early on, Hantavirus cardiopulmonary syndrome mimics a severe flu. Patients experience headaches, dizziness, chills, a high fever, and severe muscle aches. Gastrointestinal issues like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain are also incredibly common. But then comes the sudden, terrifying shift. Within days, the virus attacks the lungs, leading to acute respiratory distress and a severe drop in blood pressure. Fortunately, hantavirus infections are relatively rare. Globally, the numbers tell an interesting story. In 2025, in the region of the Americas, 8 countries reported a total of 229 cases of HPS, resulting in 59 deaths. That is a case fatality rate of over 25%. Outside of the Americas, this specific pulmonary syndrome isn't reported. Meantime, in the European region, 1885 hantavirus infections causing HFRS, hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome, were reported in 2023, 0.4 per 100,000, marking the lowest rate observed between 2019 and 2023. And in East Asia, particularly China and South Korea, HFRS still impacts thousands annually, though cases have steadily declined over recent decades. But there is a critical exception to the rule. Generally, hantaviruses do not spread from person to person. However, a specific strain called the Andes virus, endemic to South America, primarily Argentina and Chile, has broken that rule. It is the only hantavirus known to cause limited human-to-human transmission, usually involving close, prolonged contact in community or healthcare settings, especially during the early phase of the illness. So, how do we fight it? Currently, there are no licensed vaccines or specific antiviral treatments for hantavirus. But there is hope. Early medical intervention is the absolute key to survival. Immediate referral to an intensive care unit for supportive care, like mechanical ventilation and fluid management, dramatically improves a patient's chances of recovery. The best defense is simple prevention. Keep rodents out of your home, use proper ventilation and disinfectants when cleaning old spaces, and stay aware of your environment. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more health insights, and stay safe out there.